Well, as we mentioned, Vice President Kamala Harris will also be running for re-election alongside President Biden. And according to some analysts, that could be beneficial for Biden's campaign.
I think we're going to have two very old white men as the frontrunners in a country that's increasingly diverse and whose average age is less than half, right, than their ages. So, like, what to do here again? I think Kamala Harris could be an asset, a political asset potentially for Biden. At least, she's decades younger than Biden.
All right, so President Biden is the first 2024 candidate across both parties to announce his running mate. But for a closer look now at all of this, including the latest CBS News polling, I want to bring in Anthony Salvanto. So, Anthony, no surprise here. We were waiting for this official announcement, but there's still a lot of questions as to just how people feel about President Biden running again. How do Democrats feel about it?
Well, I can answer those questions.
Good.
Hot off the presses with our new poll out this morning. When we ask Democrats, most of them say they're accepting of it.
Yeah.
Okay, but not as much confident, just about as nervous as they are confident. And then look at this comparison down here to the number who are outright excited. Right, and that's not as high. So maybe that has implications down the line for how much enthusiasm the campaign generates off the bat. But take a look at this. When we take the folks who say he should run among Democrats, why should he? Okay, they approve. They think his performance as president has been good. They think, and this harkens back to 2020, a lot of Democrats nominated him, voted for him in the primaries because they thought he could defeat Donald Trump. Turned out they were right. They still see that as his biggest asset. His personal qualities can defeat most Republicans. But then to your question about concerns, let's ask the people who say he shouldn't, why not? And look at that number for his age, right? That's the biggest concern. And related to that in some ways, time for someone new. It's not that they disapprove of his performance as president, okay? It's these two big factors, his age and time for someone new. So that's the hesitancy, such as it is, where almost half of Democrats say, well, wait a second.
Just out of curiosity, and sorry to throw like a curveball your way, did you speak to independents, people who identify as independent?
Oh, yeah.
And what was their take on him?
Well, you want to include in this the independents who lean towards Democrats for a couple of reasons. One is they're going to be the ones more likely to vote in the primaries. So really right now we're talking about, even among people who say like it's time for someone new, what are they going to do when it comes to those primaries? And the fact is that these Democrats and these ins who lean Democrat all say they'd at least consider still supporting Joe Biden.
Okay.
Right? So look, at this point in a campaign, such as it is, it's a bit of a vacuum. People can say they wish for whatever they want. Right. But it's pretty hard to game it out down the line.
Yes.
Right?
That is a good reminder. We have a long way to go, and polls can change. No one knows that better than me. Than you, rather. Sorry. It's already too early for me. Anthony, thank you very much.
You're welcome.